Hey guys, welcome back to Embrace by Life. I'm your host Lisa, sharing with you our early retirement journey for myself, my husband Frank, and our dog Buddy. So we have been quite busy the past couple weeks or so. Wanted to give you an update on a few things, one of which is renovations around the house, what we've been up to. Secondly, preparing for our renewal for NLV, non-lucrative visa, which is due here in a little bit. I'll talk about that. And just some general stuff in terms of watch outs that I wanted to share with you based on a few Facebook groups that I'm on as well. So what have we been up to? We've been painting, more painting on the exterior walls of our home, as well as interior. So we painted inside one of the bedrooms, the first floor bedroom, which is opposite of our bathroom, because there was some water leakage that had been coming from the bathroom into that bedroom wall, and we noticed that when we bought the house. It was old water leakage, but it needed a nice repair, so we repaired all that and painted, as well as our living room. We rearranged our living room. We also put in a new table and chair set in our dining area. So we've been busy with that, and we got a really nice table set at Maisons de Mode, which is a store around here. So that's a great place to check out for furniture if you're looking for something. So we got a nice table set there. And then we've been getting quotes to do some other renovations around the house. So one in particular is actually renovating and replacing a glass ceiling that we have over our terrace, which is on our first floor. So I'm going to turn my screen around so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm up on the attico right now, so as I share my screen here on the other side, this is looking down on our first floor terrace. We have here, there's a missing panel, and we've got 4 remaining panels which we're going to get replaced. Now this is attached to 5 panels that are for our neighbor, so we have an attached home, and this is our neighbor's terrace on the first floor and their glass ceiling. So ours, as you can see, there's only 4 panels and they're pretty dingy, so we're getting those replaced, and so that'll be great to get those done. It is a little bit pricey. It's about $5,000 just to replace the glass curtains there. And then what we're going to do is try to get the whole space enclosed as well with glass curtains as well. So that's another, I think, close to maybe $4,000 equivalent. So it is quite expensive to get glass here, but we think the renovations will be well worth it. So working on that, and I'll do some videos of before and after. And as part of that, we're thinking of opening up the window area and putting in another sliding glass door. So I'll do a whole video on that renovation when we get to it. Now let's talk about our NLV visa renewal. That's coming up soon. You can start that up to 60 days before your TIE card expires. We arrived here around November 16th or so. So we will start that process around September 20th. And so here's what we need for that. And everything's done online now. So I'm on a bunch of Facebook groups, and I'm going to try to do this myself instead of paying an expert to do that. So my understanding is the first form is EX01, which is filled out online. So we'll be doing that. And then the payment form is 790-052. And I've done a lot of research on that form and understand that for the renewal of NLV, you have to click on box 2.2.1, and you need to make sure that it's a special version of that form. So working on that, I'll share more with you as I understand how all that works. And so then you upload all of your documents as well. So we're going to need an updated Padron, which I believe we can just print offline. We need a copy of our TIE card, front and back. We need copies of our passports, all the pages, front, back, center, everything for our passports. Our health insurance renewal, which we just did, so we paid for that for the next year. So proof of payment for that. The financials, which I've started downloading all of our statements from our bank. our marriage certificate, which we're going to file jointly, but my understanding in Malaga is that they will take the marriage certificate that we used that was apostilled when we first applied for our visa. So we're going to go with that and hope it works. If not, we have to apply separately. And yeah, I think those are the main forms that we need. There's also an EX17 as well, I believe, that we need. So that's it says 790-012. So I've got to figure that out as well. So yeah, once we get all that sorted, I'll be sure to share with you exactly how we do it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're successful with that renewal. And then the third piece is just sharing with you some feedback from some Facebook groups. There are folks that are paying attorneys who are legal licensed attorneys to help them with either their visas or their renewals, and they're really getting steered in the wrong direction. So my advice to anyone who's looking to either apply to move to Spain or getting your renewal done, I would suggest doing like we did and learning all this stuff yourself and making sure that you're doing it right. Even though you're paying an expert, we started with an expert that we were starting to pay in the beginning of our NLV application process, and they just didn't know all the nuances for New York City Consulate as we thought they did. So we stopped using them and then did it ourselves the rest of the process, and thank heavens we did. We got it approved and had no issues. But yeah, big watch out that I'm learning from these Facebook groups is people are paying a substantial amount of money to folks who are licensed attorneys or licensed and you know what you would think are well-respected folks that help support with these processes, but you have to be very careful. They don't know everything, and yeah, you can lose a lot of money there. So my suggestion is get to learn the process yourself, know as much as you can, and yeah, you can save yourself some money doing that. We're hoping to do that with our renewal, so fingers crossed that works. So that's where we're at. So wanted to give you that update, and yeah, I'll do some more videos as we start some of these big renovations with the glass curtain and the ceiling and opening up that doorway. Our bathroom is awesome. We love it. There's 2 short videos there that you can watch in our bathroom renovation, the before